Let me break it down for you. As a man, you're not born with any inherent value like women are. Sorry to say it, but it's true. People don't care about your problems or weaknesses. They'd rather see you struggle. But before you start whining, listen up. There's a silver lining. While women have been gifted with beauty and attention, you've got potential up the wazoo. With hard work and determination, you can become a high-value man that other men respect. Are you ready to unlock your greatness and leave the other guys in the dust? Of course you are. But let's be real. It's not going to be easy. People will underestimate you, try to drag you down, and convince you that instant gratification is the way to go. Instant gratification is the urge to seek pleasure or reward now, rather than later. It's the feeling you get when you see a piece of cake and want to eat it right away, even if you know it's not good for you. It's the temptation to binge watch your favorite show instead of doing something productive. It's the desire to buy that new gadget, even if you don't really need it. But guess what? You're smarter than that. Don't settle for comfort like the other guys. They'll waste their lives away while you're out there making things happen. Your progress will make some people uncomfortable, and they may try to bring you down to feel better about themselves. But don't let them. When you're partying, playing video games, or engaging in other time-wasting activities, you're making a conscious decision to throw away your potential. Sure, some people will try to convince you that video games and instant gratification are good for you, but ask yourself if you truly deserve to slack off. Are you financially free, respected by everyone, in the best shape of your life? If the answer is no, then the answer to time-wasting activities should be a no too. The key to success is delayed gratification, saying no to instant pleasure for a bigger and better reward later on. Sure, it may not feel as good in the moment, but the reward is so much sweeter in the end. So don't be like those soft, lazy, no-discipline folks who are content with leveling up in video games. No way. You're going for the real-life level up. So, say no to time-wasting activities and make the decision to use your potential wisely. Remember, the most important thing that determines success is delayed gratification, so be ruthless about it. And when you start earning your dopamine the hard way, through discipline and hard work, you'll feel like a true champion. So, let's do this. If you're ready to become an unstoppable force, then you gotta combine delayed gratification with the white belt mentality. What is white belt mentality? It's all about being a beginner, but not just any beginner, a martial arts student with a white belt. Be open to learn from your masters, and remember, your dojo is the whole world. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I don't want to be a beginner forever. And to that, I say, hold your horses. The key is to never let your ego get in the way of your progress. Sure, you might know more than your weird cousin who thinks aliens are real and keeps talking about it at family reunions. But there's always something you can learn from them. Now, I'm not saying you should blindly follow everyone's advice, especially if they're clearly not practicing what they preach. First off, let's talk about the people giving the advice. You know, those friends and family members who are always ready to tell you how to live your life. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of them might actually know what they're talking about. But if your Uncle Bob, who hasn't held down a job in years, tells you to invest all your money in Bitcoin, maybe take that advice with a grain of salt. But here's the thing, even if the advice is complete nonsense, there's still something you can learn from it. Maybe it's a lesson in what not to do, like how not to end up like Uncle Bob, or a reminder to stay true to your own values. And let's not forget about those times when you're the one giving the advice. We've all been there, right? Your friend is going through a tough time, and they come to you for help. So, you dish out your best pearls of wisdom, only to realize later that you have no idea what you're talking about. But that's okay. Because the truth is, we're all just winging it. None of us really know what we're doing. We're all just trying to make it through the day without completely screwing up. So, even if your advice is terrible, at least you're trying. And who knows, maybe it'll end up being exactly what your friend needed to hear. So, the next time someone gives you advice, don't just dismiss it outright. Take a minute to really think about it. You need to listen up, my friend, because most people out there just don't get it. Some people learn a thing or two and suddenly think they're Einstein or something. Don't be like them. Keep that white belt mentality on point and stay humble. You've got potential pouring out of your ears, so don't go blowing it all on cheap thrills and an inflated ego. Trust me, nobody wants to be that person who peaked in high school. Keep striving, keep learning, and keep that ego in check. You got this.